Formal Working Party Meetings 2024, the 18th of July 2024, Thursday, the 18th of July, 10 o'clock. Working Party on the accession of Iraq. We are now hearing from our news on Channel 1 that Iraq has been fully accepted into the WTO. This is going to be official, July the 18th. Frank. To join the WTO, Iraq does not need a currency with value. No, that's not the point. Iraq needs a currency that has no restrictions, no handcuffs, no limitations in order for it to float on an international market. Whatever the case, this is very good. Something fun popped into the news yesterday, both from banks and exchange locations in Iraq. There was a notice that they are expecting distribution of lower denomination bills in July. Both of the confirmations I received this morning from contacts on the ground inside of Iraq used the same words, that they were told to expect them to disperse lower denominations in July. That tells us how stinking close we are. Why would they need these lower denominations unless the currency is worth more? The new budget was included in the latest Gazette, but the rate was not given. I now have it from 3 different sources that Iraq is planning a nationwide celebration for this Sunday, the 30th of June. There are many foreign dignitaries in country for the party, and the rate will be announced and the new ATMs with the new currency will be opened. The ATM machines, they're all poised like centurions that are standing there. These ATMs are guarding the lower notes. It's time for all of this to come out now. It's just the budget we are waiting for. We're not waiting for any laws, we're not waiting for any new procedures. Is it safe to give somebody at the bank your money before it's verified? No. Take care of them. Don't let them out of your sight. If you go to a bank and they say, we're going to exchange the currency for you, but we're going to have to take this currency and send it to the upper echelon bank. Do a 180, about face, and run like the Roadrunner. Get away from them as fast as you can. You never want to give up your dinars to anybody. Simply say, give me the address of that bank, and you take them. The clock is ticking. It appears that celebrations have commenced early on Saturday evening. The Gazette updates, around 4 a.m. Eastern, time will tell. Publishes a new paper commissioned as part of a series by IBBC's Advisory Council on the challenges of de-dollarization for Iraq. IBBC members have actively contributed to the paper in the past 4 months. It will be presented online on the 18th of June in a webinar and in person at the Spring Conference on the 2nd of July. The Arabic translation will be published soon. Previous advisory papers include 2020, Iraq 2020, Country at the Crossroads, Corruption Worse Than ISIS, Causes and Cures for Iraqi Corruption, Seaports and Airports of Iraq, Rules versus Infrastructure, and Privatization of State-Owned Enterprises. Provides an analysis of the drivers of impact on the dinar exchange rate and examines how best to deal with the parallel market of dinars to dollars. He outlines the practical policy initiatives that should reduce the gap between the official and parallel exchange rates in the medium term. In particular, he lauds the government of Iraq on its commitment to tackle corruption and to modernize the banking system in one fell swoop, but warns of the pressure on the dinar exchange rate as budgets are overstretched and the new banking recipients, state banks, receive the liquidity to enable the economy to perform. America has returned to its previous nature by trying to provoke the Iraqis and make them feel that it is the one with the upper hand, manipulating their capabilities and destiny, and even controlling everything inside them, and this time through one of its representatives who touched the Iraqi judiciary and its head, Faiq Zidane. Republican Representative Mike Waltz intends to introduce an amendment to the Foreign Appropriations Bill next Thursday to classify the Supreme Judicial Council and its head, Judge Faiq Zidane, as assets controlled by Iran, at a time when Iraq has the legal right to sue Washington for its blatant assault on the judiciary and its head after the charges were filed against him. This intervention coincides with the statements of the candidate for the position of U.S. Ambassador to Baghdad, Tracy Ann Jacobson, who declared hostility to national forces and national symbols before coming to Iraq. The abuse of the Iraqi judiciary aroused the anger of Iraqis, who considered this abuse an attack on Iraq's sovereignty and a lack of respect for its institutions and authorities. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs condemned the statements made by U.S. Congressman Mike Waltz against the head of the Supreme Judicial Council, Judge Faiq Zidane. The Foreign Ministry stated in a statement received by the Al-Maloma agency that the ministry considers these statements to be a blatant interference in Iraqi internal affairs, stressing that the statements are an attempt to influence the judicial authority, which is a violation of the most important components of the state's entity, which is responsible for achieving justice, equality, and the stability of the country.